Okay, well, let's stay in the mountains because we're expecting to see a lot of snow up there this week. Chief Meteorologist Matt Zaffino is here to talk about it. Matt, what are we looking at?
Hey, Blair, it's really going to shape up not only the ski slopes, but the upper mountain as well. I got a couple of pictures from Eric Brahms from Portland Mountain Rescue. He's up on the top of Mount Hood all the time.
Great views.
Yeah, and for like the last 30 years. So he knows the mountain really, really well. And Eric says that he's seen changes on the mountain because of the rain that we had, that period of warm weather we had a couple of weeks ago. Totally washed out some of the climbing routes up there, like the east and west gates, and then it shifted the hogs back to the west, which is super interesting. And he points out these are conditions that you normally wouldn't see until late July or August.
Wow.
Right?
That's crazy.
It's super interesting. Here's the hot rocks here, down in here, and then there's Mount Jefferson off in the distance, the Hogsback route going over that way down towards Timberline. So again, some big changes on the upper mountain because of the lack of new snow and the fact that we had all that rain back in February. However, there is good news in the forecast. I'm going to talk about those changes though in our snowpack in a little more detail before I get to that. We're going to look at January 15th, so basically a month and a half ago, to the snowpack that we had on the 1st of March. And we'll do 4 different places in the Cascades, starting up north of Mount Baker, which was at 95% of average on January 15th. They have dropped to 83% of average. Even though the total has gone up, the averages go up as we go through winter as well. So that's why the percentage has dropped. Same story on Mount Rainier, down to 92% of average. And back in the middle of January, they were at 113% of average. That's a big drop. Yes, we still have healthy snowpack, 145 inches. Mount Rainier is nothing to, sneeze about, but still, the numbers are telling the story that our snowpack is a little bit below average. Even at Timberline, down to 90% of average, as opposed to 106% of average back on January 15th. Meadows still hanging in there at 102% of average, even though the snowpack hasn't really changed in the last couple of weeks. So that's where we are right now. Where we're going, though, is a lot of snow this week. Check this out. Every single day this week, we get snow. And some of these days, like Wednesday, and then again next Sunday, we see some heavy snow. And if you have that all up, Blair, it's 30 to 50 inches possible.
Oh my gosh.
Right, in the next 7 days. And the snow level will be low, which means we're going to get good quality powder, and the upper mountain is really going to shape up. Now, quickly, the long-term forecast for the next 3 months through May, below normal temperatures and above average precipitation here in the Northwest. So things are beginning to look up a bit.
So good skiing is on the way, yes?
It should be great. Hey, do you want to talk eclipse real quick?
Please, go for it.
Okay, we have a lunar eclipse happening later on this week. It's called the worm moon in the month of March, the full moon. Okay, and because it's going to turn red with the eclipse, it's called a blood moon. So it's a blood worm moon, which sounds a little bit gross, right?
Yeah.
11:26 p.m. Thursday night. We'll hope for a clear sky.
All right, Matt, thanks so much. We appreciate it. We're back right after this.